Good morning everyone, happy Monday. It is early on a Monday, so why change the habit of lifetime? We're starting the vlog looking like this. So I thought I'd pick up the camera because it's a busy week and I want to take you along. And there's a couple of things that I want to show you before the vlog begins. One being my new camera. So we've been, as you know, we've been filming a lot of podcasts recently, and this is about to step up even more. So I wanted to make sure that I had a setup that was a little bit more robust than I currently have, because the cameras that I have were just overheating and stuff like that. So I've done a bit of research. I'm going to test this out. It might not be the best option, but I'm just trying to test a few options out without spending an absolute fortune. So the camera in question is the Sony FX30. Woo. So it only arrived on Thursday last week, I think, and like I say, it's Monday now. I've got a full day of shooting on Wednesday and I'm getting the train up. So the people that are going up to the event the night before and driving are going to pick up my equipment this evening. So that gives me today to try and figure out the best settings, how to shoot, and just make sure that I'm comfortable with the camera because it's different to the setup that I've used previously. So yeah, but the reason why I haven't been as active on YouTube, and this will change, I promise, is because last week we actually got another new addition. So let me show you that. Hello baby. Yeah. So this is our new kitten, Tallulah. I think she likes the camera. Okay. Well, she doesn't like the camera. So I'm going to take it off her because I feel like this is an invasion of her privacy. So yes, we got a new kitten last week, so last Sunday, and I've just been getting to grips with it because I've never had a cat before, and I always grew up with dogs, and I'm very much, or I've always called myself a dog person, and it took about, I don't know, 3 hours for me to realise that I was obsessed with this little kitten. So yeah, it's been a busy week trying to take control of her and make sure that she's okay. It's been a roller coaster. But yes, I thought that although I don't share a lot about my personal life on here, I thought that I needed to show her because she has been the reason why I haven't been picking up the camera as much. So anyway, on to what's happening this week. We are at home today. I need to take Tallulah to the vets for some reasons, because yes, as I say, it's been a little bit of a hectic time. I need to do a shed load of work because there's a couple of days that I am out this week. On Wednesday, like I say, I'm filming all day, and then Friday I have been invited to Ascot last minute, so I'm going to go to Ascot, and once again I will take you along for that. So yeah, it's just going to be a bit of a busy week. I've tapered off completely then. I was telling you about my whole week, and then it literally, I've just thought about it and gone and got stressed. So there we are. But yes, I thought I'd start the vlog and introduce my two new additions, and that's about it for now. So I will catch up a little bit later on today. So after filming this clip, I spent the entire day trying to clear some of the backlog that I have in terms of editing. I've probably mention it during this, but I am looking for an editor to help me because a lot of my days are spent editing, and that is not necessarily conducive to my time. So this clip shows one of my clients' products spinning on a turntable, and we did this for I think about 30 products back to back, and then we filmed 3 separate videos that are more talking to camera, promoting the product. So this was just getting a bunch done. I think by the end of the day I'd sent over about 90% of the edit, so I was really happy with the turnover in that. Good morning everyone. If me saying chat to you later on Monday and not appearing until Wednesday doesn't sum up how life is at the moment, I don't know what does. So yes, apologies for that, but I am here at the station and it is 6 a.m. and I'm very tired. As we all know, I'm not a morning person, so that's all fun and games. But I've got the train to Birmingham now, which takes a couple of hours. I'm going to do some work while I travel. I'm definitely going to get a coffee right now though, and then get to Birmingham, I believe around 8:45ish if all goes well. Obviously you never really know. Then head over to the event space and then set up all the podcasting area and then film for most of the day and then come back this afternoon. So that is the game plan. I just thought I'd intro it so I didn't just jump on a train and then never speak again. And that's about it really. So I'm going to go and grab myself coffee, and I will definitely catch up with you later. So on Wednesday, as I said, I was asked to go and film a mini podcast. So the client had set up the event stand with 2 microphones in front, and then I set up the cameras away from the stand just so it didn't take up too much of the space. And then basically they were grabbing people that they either knew from the industry or people that they were interested in speaking to that had good stories. And they literally jumped on from anywhere between 2 minutes and 10 minutes. And then what I'll do is create a bit of a montage of all of them put together and then release that as somewhat of a special episode. So it was a really cool, innovative idea, especially for their industry. And I'm hoping that we can make this more of a feature moving forward as they go to a number of events during the year. And just like that, I'm back in the car. That was a horrible train journey. I walked to the train station from the event, which is about 15 minutes. And it's like really muggy today. So it was raining this morning. Then it was really hot. So I was sweating when I got to the train station. Then the train was delayed. And then because the train was delayed and there was loads of cancellations in Birmingham, there was so many people on the train. There were people asking for their reserved seats, but then there were no reserve. Long story. So it ended up taking me 2.5 hours sat on a boiling hot train with no aircon. So I'm absolutely exhausted, but I wasn't able to work on the way home. So I've got to go home, make sure that the kitten's all right. I haven't left her all day, don't panic. And then do some work, and then it's the England game tonight. So I'm going to get myself a nice dinner and watch that. So I will catch up with you properly now tomorrow. On Thursday morning, I had a call with someone that reached out to me who owns an agency up in Liverpool or Manchester, I believe it was. Forgive me if they are watching because I can never remember these things. But yeah, she was a really nice person, good to talk to. And we were just talking about how we can potentially work together in some respects. So any skill sets that they have that I might need for my agency and vice versa. And then also just networking, because I am basically mainly based down the south. All of my clients are down south. But I would love to get more clients in the north because I love visiting, and it would just give me a really good excuse to go up there a little bit more. Hello everyone, I'm a little bit shiny because I've literally just done my makeup and put my setting spray on, so apologies for that. But I have just got ready because I'm heading out to a long client meeting now. The usual quarterly planning meeting. I've got another one in a couple of weeks. That's like a look back meeting. So this is with a different subsection of people to talk about the content planning for the quarter coming up, which includes podcasts, white papers, blogs, social media content, emails, basically everything content related for this business. Hence why it's such a long meeting. And then in a couple of weeks, we go back to talk to another group of people about that content for the past quarter. Hopefully that makes sense. So I can't ramble on for too long, but I've been meaning to talk to the camera because it keeps coming up, and it's something that I'm so interested in hearing more people's opinions about, because I'm hearing a lot from a lot of people and I haven't yet heard a lot of positives. So as I've spoken about before on this channel, I am looking to potentially hire. So I'm getting a lot of skill sets at the moment on a freelance basis or working with other agencies, and that is working really well, and I want to continue that. However, I'm looking for different people within my team to account manage, client success manage, that sort of thing, whether they're new into marketing, have loads of experience, to build that team and have that camaraderie, and also be able to then take myself out of the business, which is step one of growing a business in order to sell, which once again, I've said before, don't know whether that will ever happen, but it's something that you've always got to prepare for. If I'm still in the business and only in the business, then the business isn't sellable. So that's kind of a must. It's a must. You must hire. With the employment law changes and load of other reasons why, and AI and all the rest of it, people are very anti getting people in-house. So I went to a networking event the other day, and I said about the fact that I wanted to hire, and someone was like, just use freelancers, don't hire. And I was like, I get it, but these are the reasons why. And she understood, but it was kind of like the straight answer was don't hire. Whereas like 10, 15, well, yeah, not even that long ago, that was like just a given. Any agency is going to hire people. Any business is going to hire people in order to grow. So I'm sort of just caught between like, I know that I must hire. That is like a given. But it's how I go about it. It's obviously hiring the right people, because I've spoken as well to other people that they have hired people, and then obviously this happens all the time, and then they've lasted a couple of weeks, or some people file things against the company for like whatever the word is, like dismissal, unfair dismissal, and that freaks me out because it's just me. So there's just so many thoughts around this whole employment thing, which I would like, as I say, to discuss with more people. I wanted to get it out there because these are my thoughts as it stands, and that's why I want this channel to be sort of the thoughts of business owners as they're growing the business. So that's where I'm at the moment. And yeah, but I do have to go. So instead of rambling, I am going to cut this clip here. So I will now see you tomorrow for Royal Ascot. I had initially said yes to Ascot with about 4 days notice, so I wasn't necessarily fully looking forward to it, but that was just because at the moment taking any day out of the working week, and also with the kitten and stuff is just a little bit of a pain. However, I am actually glad that I went because I had a really good time. I spent far too much money. It was incredibly hot. Obviously, if you're in the UK at the moment, you know how absolutely horrendously boiling it is. I don't want to complain too much because it's better than rain, but wow. So being in a suit in that sun was also a little bit touch and go. I had to make sure that I stayed quite hydrated. Hello. So it is now 8 p.m. waiting for the train back, and it's bloody hot. So it's been a long old day, but a good day. I've lost every single bet that I've placed. And yeah, so we're heading home now, and I just wanted to close out the vlog and say thank you so much for watching if you did, and I will see you in the next one.